London's first Jewish community lived just streets away. They traded in Cheapside, prayed near Old Jewry, and buried their dead beneath what is now the Barbican. Their story is often told in terms of tragedy. The libels, the persecutions, and finally the expulsion of 1290. These events were brutal and defining, but they are not the whole story. For more than 2 centuries, Jewish Londoners lived, worked, and learned here. They were physicians and poets, scholars and financiers, mothers and children. They wrote letters to Paris and Bologna, copied Hebrew prayers that still survive, stood before England's court to assert their rights, and prayed for Jerusalem, even as they built their lives in the narrow streets of medieval London.
At the outset, I would like to congratulate and thank all those responsible for this concept, this idea, this project, translating a dream into reality. A small group of people with passion and commitment to study and appreciate history so that thanks to our awareness of the past, we can have a better present and a greater future. Those who are buried here continue to live on in heaven within the celestial spheres of life. And in addition to that, they continue to live on here on earth. They are in our hearts and in our minds. Their legacy continues through us, whether we're aware of it or oblivious to it.
It was brilliant being actually on the site of this medieval Jewish cemetery and seeing all this work that's done to sort of bring this history back that so many people just don't know about it. And now, right here in one of the biggest cities in the world, this right in the centre, they're putting this history on display again, and hopefully, reminding people, reintroducing people to this really important story and an early part in London's history of diversity and so many different minority groups coming in.
It was an excellent evening. It's extremely moving. It's crazy to realise that there's so much Jewish history in a place like the Barbican. It was so moving to be part of such an event where there's so many people coming together, commemorating this community that nobody knows about.
We were sat under the pillars of the Barbican, those concrete pillars, but it would have been trees and Roman fortifications and medieval walls coming to bury their dead, their beloved.
The fact that we're able to come back to this spot that has so much significance, I commemorate all these people whose stories weren't told, tells us the lesson of resilience and community, and there's so much that we still don't know about.